Hello friends, Juan the Yarn Addict here, bringing you a stitch tutorial for the Primrose Stitch. So this is a very easy and very simple stitch to work up. The fabric is super nice, very nice. This is a 2-row repeat that works up in multiples of 3 plus 2. This is the front side, and then this is the back side. It's very nice. It works up super fast. Again, the stitch multiple is 3 plus 2. And this here is a medium 4-weight yarn. I used Red Heart Super Saver Ombre in their colorway teal. And then for the tutorial, I will be using a 4-weight yarn. And this is super nice here in the colorway Oatmeal. Okay, you can make anything and everything you'd like with this. You can use any hook size you'd like. I used a smaller hook size for this pattern here just to show you what it looked like, nice and tight. And then here I hooked up so it's nice and loose and drapey. It's very nice. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. I'll see you on the other side. Okay friends, so to get started, what we want to do is create a slip knot on our hook. However you do this is absolutely fine. This is how I do it. And so from here, we're going to work up a series of chains in multiples of 3 and then 2 additional chains at the end used for turning. So just create your chains by wrapping around the hook and sliding through, wrapping around and sliding through. And so again, you want to work up multiples of 3. For the purposes of this tutorial, I'm actually going to work up 32 chains. So 30 is the multiple of 3 and then 2 additional chains at the end. So I'm going to place us on a brief pause and I will return once I have my 30 chains, and then I'll do the 2 additional on camera. So I'll be right back. Okay friends, so I have a series of 30 chains here. So now I'm going to add 2 more chains for turning. And so now what we want to do is go into the 3rd chain from the hook. So it's right here. So we're going to go in there and do a single crochet. So you're going to insert your hook into the chain, draw up a loop, yarn over. You'll have 2 loops on your hook, slide through the 2. And from here, we're going to chain 2. And then go back into that same chain with a single crochet. So we're going to go into that chain, draw up a loop, yarn over, and go through 2. From here, we're going to skip 2 chains and go into the 3rd one. So skip, skip, and go into the 3rd chain, draw up a loop, yarn over, and go through 2, chain 2, and go back into that same chain with a single crochet. And that is how it looks. So it's a single, chain 2, single, skip 2, single, chain 2, single. So we're going to do some more here. So from here we're going to skip, skip, and go into the 3rd chain, single crochet, chain 2, and then go back into that chain with another single crochet. So it's almost like twins in a stitch, but we have 2 chains in between the twins. Okay? So skip, skip, go into the 3rd chain with a single crochet, chain 2, and put the other twin right into that stitch. Single crochet. Just like that. Okay, so continue on with this, and I will see you at the end of the chains here. So remember, skip, skip, go into the 3rd chain, single crochet, chain 2, and then go back into that same stitch and give it a twin, single crochet. Okay, so again, continue on with this, and I'll see you at the end of the chains. Okay friends, so we've made it to the end of the chain here. I have 2 chains remaining, and again, if you've worked this in multiples of 3 plus 2 to turn, like we've done here, you should have 2 chains remaining. So what we want to do at the end of the chain sequence here is we want to skip the second to the last and go into the very last chain with a half double crochet. So we want to yarn over, go into the very last chain, draw up a loop, yarn over, and go through all 3 loops, just like that. Okay, that is a half double crochet. So that completes the very first row here, and that's what we're looking like. Super nice. Okay, so from here what we want to do is chain 3. So 1, 2, and 3. And this does count as a stitch, okay? So from here we're going to turn our work, and for this row here we're going to work into the chain spaces that we've created in between our twins. So these little bumps here are the chain spaces that we're going to be working inside of. So what we want to do is we want to finger our way through to see that chain space right there. You see it? Okay. So we want to go into this chain space right here. We want to insert 3 double crochets into that chain space. So we're going to yarn over, go into our chain space, draw up a loop, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2. Let's do that again. So we're going to yarn over, go into the chain space, draw up a loop, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2. So that's 2 of the 3 double crochets that we need. Let's do it one more time. Yarn over, go into the chain space, draw up a loop, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2. So those 3 double crochets is exactly what that stitch needs. Okay, so I'm going to do the next cluster there without speaking, just so you can see what it is that I'm doing. Just like that. And on either side of the chain space are those single crochets. Okay, so let's do it together one more time, and then I'm going to leave you go to complete the rest of the row here. So from here we're literally just going to yarn over and go right into the next chain space and do a double crochet, just like that. Let's do 2 more. That's 2, and then there is 3, just like that. Okay, so continue on with this, and I will see you at the end of row number 2. Okay friends, so I've reached the end of row 2, and this is what we're looking like so far. Super nice. Now to finish row number 2, what we need to do is we need to insert a double crochet in this turning chain right here. So if you notice, both ends will have some sort of stitch or chain. Okay, so over here what we're going to do is yarn over, go into the turning chain right there. You're going to pick up the front loop and the back loop, as you can see right there. Draw a loop, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2. Okay, and that completes row number 2, just like that. So from here, what we're going to do is we are going to chain 2, and we're going to turn our work. So from here, what we want to do is, if you see there's 3 stitches here, we want to work into the center of the 3 stitches every time for this row. Okay, now we're going to go into that center stitch with a single crochet, chain 2, single crochet. Let's insert our hook, draw up a loop, yarn over, go through 2, chain 2, and then go back into that same stitch with a single crochet. So we're repeating the very first row. From here, we're going to jump over and go into that middle stitch right here. We're going to do a single crochet, chain 2, single crochet. And we're going to keep doing that. We'll do one more time. So go into that middle stitch with a single crochet, chain 2, and then go back in there with a single crochet, just like that. And you'll see like little bumps here at the top. Those bumps will be what we work into to repeat row 2. Okay, so continue on with this, and I will see you at the end of row number 3. Okay friends, so I made it to the end of row 3, and to finish the row, what we need to do is insert a half double crochet in the last chain of the turning chains here. So it's right where my fingers are, right there. So to do that, we're going to yarn over, go into the chain, draw up a loop, yarn over, and go through all 3 loops, just like that. And that concludes row number 3. So from here on, we are literally repeating rows 2 and 3. 2 and 3, 2 and 3, all the way up. Okay? So I'm going to get us to row 4. And to do that, what we want to do is chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and then turn our work. And then from here, what we want to do is go into the chain spaces like we did last time and do 3 double crochets in each chain space. Yarn over, go into the chain space and do double crochet, and then do that 2 more times. Just like that. I'll do that with you one more time. One, 2, and 3. And that's what it looks like. Okay, so continue on with that, and I will see you at the end of the row. Okay friends, so I reached the end of row number 4, and so just always remember, when you're doing the row of double crochets, you're always going to end the row with 1 double crochet in the chain space at the end here. So you're going to yarn over, go into the last chain, draw up a loop, go through 2, and then go through 2, just like that. From here, you're always going to chain 2 and turn your work. And you're going to work into the middle stitch of all of these clusters. And in the middle, you're going to do a single crochet, chain 2, single crochet. Okay, so continue on with this pattern. I'm going to come back after several more rows just to show you what it looks like worked up, okay? So I'll be right back. Okay friends, so I've worked several more rows, and this is what it's looking like. Lots of fun texture there. This is what the back side looks like. Super nice. And I even worked it up in another yarn. This is Red Heart Super Saver Ombre. Very nice. And then this is the back side of the Red Heart Super Saver Ombre. So this would make a great fabric for a wearable, a blanket, a throw, a pillowcase, anything and anything you would like to make with this stitch. It's definitely possible. Both of these yarns are 4-weight yarns, but feel free to use any weight yarn you'd like. It's super nice. So that wraps up this stitch tutorial for the Primrose Stitch. If you enjoyed this, please hit the like button. Consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already, and as always, hit the notification bell to stay updated with everything regarding me and my channel. That is it for now, and until the next one, take care. Bye.